Hey, it's Lauren and Alex again.
Hola.
We are here for the 11 and a half week update.
Yeah, which is 12 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're a little behind, but that's okay. We made two or three posts already.
Yeah.
So.
They're like interim posts.
Yep.
Let's see. What's going on with the baby? We listen to the heartbeat every single night. The pregnancy dreams are a little outrageous at this point. They're just really crazy. Some of them are hilarious, like just hilarious in and of themselves. Other ones are completely terrifying. I wake up like in a cold sweat and a panic. Last night, for example, I watched a C-section video before I went to bed, and it totally creeped me out because they like use these big like jaws of life forceps things and like just like prod around the baby's head and like started pulling and tugging and ripping, and I was like, holy crap, that's a baby, like stop, like you're gonna break it. And so like I had a totally terrible nightmare, and then like in my nightmare like I had to have a C-section, and then I like died from a blood clot. And
all of that is why I did not watch that video.
And so
I'm sitting on the couch and she's like, oh my god, baby, you have to watch this. And I'm like, no, that's okay. She's like, it's a C-section video. I'm like, exactly, I'm not watching that. And I did not, so I'm kind of glad now. I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it, because I don't want to see that.
The pregnancy dreams are a little crazy at this point. The hormone headaches have hit me.
Started the day, really.
Yeah, I've had small headaches up until now, but today I had one that lasted about 5.5 hours. Nothing would help. I tried every trick in the book that I knew. I had friends give me tips, and nothing worked except for laying in a dark room. So that one hit me about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and lasted until about Alex got home from work, which is 5:15, 6 o'clock, and we finally ate dinner.
So that's a 45-minute gap for when I get home. About 5:15, 6 o'clock.
I mean, it just depends on how bad traffic is. Sometimes you have to sit in traffic for hours.
True that.
It's like LA traffic here.
In a week and a half. Thank you, Lord.
He's going on night shift. Woohoo.
About time. 15% shift differential.
That's the only reason I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm okay with it too.
Still got the cravings in full swing. I've tried to take it easy on the beer salt, not because I have anything wrong. I don't want to go to the doctor and her be like, oh, your blood pressure is outrageous. You know, how much salt are you eating on a daily basis? And I would be like 40 grams.
We've got 6 days before the next appointment.
The next appointment is the spina bifida and Down syndrome testing, and I'm kind of concerned about it.
Because you're a worrier. That's how you do.
I don't know that I'm a worrier by nature.
It's okay.
My mom's a nurse. My dad's a cop, so I grew up with all the horror stories that you could ever think of.
You grew up being completely terrified of everything.
Of everything.
That makes it a chore sometimes for me, but that's okay.
I read some testimonies online about these specific tests, and when moms are told that these tests come back positive, the doctors actually ask their moms if they want to abort their babies. Alex and I had this discussion the other night because I kind of just wanted to know what he thought. We would not abort our baby. We would do whatever it took to take care of it. If it had spina bifida, we would love it until it passed. If it had Down syndrome, we'd love it, forever until we passed and we had to leave it some kind of special needs equity fund or whatever.
And the way that I look at it ultimately is that our child's going to change our life. It already has changed our life. So why wouldn't we do everything we could to change it for them?
I don't think that...
Regardless of how long that it's here.
Yeah, I don't see why it having what others consider as a disability would make it okay for a doctor to ask a mom to abort their baby. Personally, I don't believe the government should be able to tell you what you do with your body, but personally I would never choose to abort a life. That's murder, in my opinion.
But that, I think, is the whole reason why they give you the option or ask. It's because you still have a choice at the moment.
It's still another life.
Oh, I agree, and I'm fully in support of keeping it regardless, but I think that was the point, though, is that the reason why they ask is because it is ultimately the choice of the mother. So
Still drinking a lot of water.
only water.
Yeah, I had a Sprite today and a Fanta the other day. The Fanta actually made me sick. Like, I was extremely nauseated for hours after I had that thing, so I don't think I'll be having another Fanta ever. Like, ever and ever.
It's alright. They're not really that good anyway.
It was good at the time, just not later. We got a lot of stuff done with the wedding this week.
Had a small crisis where one of the bridesmaids had to drop out because of a conflict that just happened. It's unfortunate. It started out as somebody pushed the oh shit button, and then by the time I got home, Lauren had unpushed it and basically fixed it. She just had her initial shock and awe panic that apparently scared my mom enough to send me a text message at work as well as post on the Facebook, which was adorable, by the way. But it got fixed, so we got a replacement bridesmaid who...
She's saving my life.
She is. I haven't met Raven, her name is Raven, but what she said to you, I think, was fate. Let's call it fate or destiny or whatever you want to call it.
She used the words meant to be because she confessed to me after I'd asked her that she was actually disappointed that I didn't ask her. We've been friends since we were in diapers, and we've lost touch, yes, but I still consider her a very close friend. We've been through stuff together that people won't even understand. So she was a little disappointed that I didn't ask her in the first place. And when Lauren had to drop out because her brother's getting married the same day, and I told her it was not an option. She was not allowed not to be there for her brother, because if it was my brother's wedding on somebody else's day, I would have to apologize to them like she did me and be there for my brother.
Yeah,
So I told her it was not an option. She did not get the option of bailing on her brother. So Raven...
That should be expected.
Yeah. Raven stepped up to the plate, and she confessed to me that she was actually disappointed that I didn't ask her in the first place, and that we both actually felt like it was just meant to be. So, thanks, Raven. You saved my life.
# crisis averted.
Yeah. I actually got all of the boutonnieres, all the bouquets, including mine, and all of the bridesmaids and flower girls headpieces ordered this week. And
yes,
we're doing this on a piece-by-piece basis, and I started with the flowers because some of the flowers that I already picked, they had gone out of order or discontinued, and I didn't want that to happen because flowers are kind of like, that's kind of like a big deal.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's very important for the mood and the setting of the wedding.
That was one of the big things.
Yeah, it has to be there.
I think the second piece will be the centerpieces for the tables, which is quite expensive. It's going to be about $500 to get all the centerpieces. So over the course of the next 6 months, we're going to be coming out of pocket about $2,000 to $2,500 out of pocket, which is very small compared to what my mom is paying.
True, but that's half of what we're coming out of pocket. That's for the wedding, $2,500 for the wedding, and then another almost $2,000 for the baby expenses as well, which starts.
I have wonderful insurance,
which we're going to talk to them about next week, hopefully, to cover some of it. But as it stands right now, we're going to be paying almost $500 a month for the next 4 to cover baby expenses as well. But all of the expenses for the birth will be covered at the end of the year. So, other than that, no. Never mind. Scratch that.
That's just for OB visits.
That's just for the visits.
That's just for everything up until I have a birth, and for any, for a vaginal birth, that doesn't include, the epidural, or if I have to have an emergency C-section, or any kind of antibiotics or painkillers or anything like that I may need while I'm in the hospital. Those are not included. As well as 3D and 4D ultrasounds are also not included. So we will be coming out of pocket for those.
Side note, Macro Baby down here does 4D
we thought that was
baby pictures. We went in there a couple of days ago while we were looking for onesies and bought the bottles and saw that. So we might go back there in a couple of weeks and do a 4D shot.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. That way we don't have to pay the doctors.
Yeah.
We can do it at Macro Baby instead for probably a fraction of the cost.
We actually had a $10 gift card, and I had an additional $2 coupon where I was trying to get bottles, and we ended up with the bottles for free. The ones that we got were free, so they were $9.98, and I ended up having to come out of pocket $1.60 for some candy because they made it a big deal about having the extra 2 cents.
I was about to say they didn't. They said it all had to be used at once. Like they couldn't give you back
the 2
change.
cents. I was like, it's 2 cents.
They needed something over $10 to fix it, so we bought some Starburst.
I was going to say, y'all can have the 2 cents. I just want my bottles.
Yeah, they made it a big deal, so whatever. But so that happened.
We talked about vaccinations today.
Yep.
And we have decided against vaccinations.
All of them. Because there's no real scientific proof that they help.
And we've done extensive research, and there are distinct evidence and correlations that they link to autism and Alzheimer's, Guillain-Barré disease, and sometimes even fetal death. Other things like ADHD, speech impediments, mental disabilities, mental slowness, learning disabilities, things of that nature. I know plenty of women. I've talked to a lot of mommies that have chosen the exemption. There, all but 2 states offer exemption for religious beliefs, and we're going to do the same. And if you're interested, I will post the link in the blog so that you guys can read and know exactly, what your options are, because children do need options. It's our job to protect our kids, and Big Pharma's not going to do it for us.
No.
It's all about lining their pockets. Yeah. Call me a conspiracy theorist, say I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but...
That's perfectly fine, but we've done the research, we've made our decision, and we are more than willing to share our information as well, which is what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're talking about.
I felt the need. We kind of talked about whether we were going to discuss it in the vlog or not. I felt like it was not only my right, but my duty as a mom to share with my fellow moms who are having kids, who are going to have kids, who have this decision that it's going to come up, that they should have access to the information if they don't know.
There should at least be a discussion. Even if you
Right.
decide to do it or don't, you should at least have all of the information to make an educated decision.
Yes.
So we did. So
And
that's why we brought it up. That's why there will be a link to the information that we found that you can start from as well.
The documentary is kind of long, I'll be honest, but it is a really, really informative documentary. Now, ladies, have your tissues ready because it is very sad.
Especially if you're pregnant.
Yes, pregnant hormones. So I wanted everybody to have the information that I have and be informed and make the right decision for your child. We feel like the right decision for our child is to not be vaccinated. I've talked to lots of moms that have not vaccinated their children. They have had no problems, with the exception of like the common cold virus and things like that. And they attribute their child's good immune system to not being vaccinated. And I have the same belief. I think that if I get my child vaccinated, that their immune system will take a hit and possibly their growth and development as well. So that's why we came to the decision that we did.
So, moving on.
Yeah.
Next thing we did, we started Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University today.
We did. We're going to be debt-free by 30. Well, I will be.
Hopefully, by 30.
At the latest, 35.
Yeah, if not 35, but that's...
I'm 24 for all of you that don't know.
That is 11 years and...
That's 9 years.
That's 9 years, excuse me. If you're 24 and you said by 35, that's 11.
Okay.
Yeah, math. So we've done the math, and on paper, if we do everything that we can, and as Dave Ramsey says, get gazelle intent and focus just on covering and paying off everything, we can do it in 3. Realistically, we're probably looking more at 4 to 5 because of all of the expenses and the extra income it's going to cost us for covering the baby. So we're gunning for 3. We're hoping for 5. And
At
at the
latest.
very least, we can do it in 10 with no problem.
Right.
So we started that today. Thank you, Mom, for buying it for us. She mailed it down here because I had talked about wanting to do it and talked about wanting to get Lauren to try it as well, and she's never seen it. So we started that tonight.
We had done budgets before. We had budgets.
The first lesson is introduction. Tells you about all of its baby steps and all that. The first step to the whole plan is doing a budget, which I've already enforced on my beautiful fiance. We've been living on a budget for a while. She knows how to do it. I know how to do it. But we were missing a step. Say hello, Shiva. So we started today. We're going to start doing it every Thursday to get through all the classes. I know how I feel about it, but I don't want to talk about how I feel about it because everyone knows how I feel. I want you to tell them how you felt about it.
Why?
I want your initial reaction.
Initial reaction, he sounds kind of like a preacher.
Which he does because he's a Christian.
And all of you that know me know that I am not a religious person. Doesn't mean I'm not spiritual. It just means I'm not religious. I don't follow any man-made religion. So that part was kind of annoying to me. But he does know what he's talking about. He does make a lot of sense. He makes a lot of good points. He can relate. And that's one of the... Stop it.
Sit.
That's one of the things that I thought was pretty cool. I mean, this is a guy that had his own business, bankrupted, and then built his own...
Empire.
Yeah, I was going to say, his multi-million-dollar empire again. And now he's trying to help everybody else out. And he can relate to wherever you're at. Doesn't matter if you've got thousands in the bank or you have pennies in the bank. He can relate to you. And he can make some kind of analogy that's going to strike home, I guess.
So, yeah. He touched both of us the very, first 5 minutes intro into it.
I was crying.
And after that, he kept us interested. I've done all of the steps before. I've watched all the DVDs, but I haven't done all the steps because I'm not debt free. I've watched all the DVDs, but I wasn't smart enough the first time I watched it to buckle down and do it, which is why I've been
He didn't have an accountability partner.
I didn't have the accountability partner that I needed. So this is why I buckled down and pushed it so hard on wanting to do it for us as a family. And now that she's seen the first episode, she understands where I'm coming from. She's already wanting to watch the second one. She wanted to start it tonight, but I was like, let the first lesson sink in before we dive into the second one because it's a lot more intense. It's a lot more in depth. So, yeah, we started Financial Peace. Baby's doing great. We're hearing the heartbeat, very healthy, pumping at a healthy 158 to 160 every time we hear it. Which is
girl.
Which is awesome. And as far as the mood swings this week, haven't seen them, which has been fantastic. Not gonna lie, it's been pretty awesome. And I actually don't even remember the nickname at the moment, what I call you, because I haven't seen it all week, so I don't remember the name.
He's lying. He's being really sarcastic, in case you guys can't catch it.
I'm not being sarcastic. I really don't remember what the name is at the moment. Oh, yeah. Tootie Judy hasn't been here all week. So, yeah. Apparently she's on vacation. Hopefully she will stay there. I doubt it, but so far so good on this week.
Speak of the devil, and he'll appear.
Yeah. So, that's what's going on this week. If you have questions about anything that we talked about, feel free to post the comments. We still are looking for baby suggestions on the room. Nobody's actually posted anything that they said they were going to. I'm talking to you, Michelle. So let's see them. If you got suggestions on what you think the baby room could be, post them away. If you have questions about the Financial Peace stuff, post that away. We can post a link to that if you want it.
Vaccination information.
Vaccination information will be posted as well. Yeah.
I guess I'm going to show them the baby belly this week.
Yeah. You can show them a little bit of the bump if you'd like.
It's so big. I swear there's 2 in here.
It's getting bigger every day. So.
Oh, man. Are you going to move the camera so you can see it?
turn just a little bit. There you go.
What is that? What is that?
So, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, this right here. I can't fit in any of my clothes. I'm wearing Alex's. These are Alex's clothes.
It's my sweatpants and my Rangers
Oh, yeah, I got
pullover.
a belly button ring. It says baby on board.
Can't see it, but it says baby on board. Awesome. So, yeah, that's it. That's us for the week. Yeah, we love you guys. We miss everybody.
We will do a 12.5 week update after the 3rd, which is our next appointment for
next Wednesday.
for all the genetic testing.
We will do a post that night, if not that afternoon after we get back.
Yeah, I'll need to get it off my chest.
Yeah. So, anywho, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah.
We love you guys. We miss you guys. And we will post again later. Bye, y'all.